front of the Humboldt County Courthouse again at another rally for Palestine. We're talking with an activist here, and I wanted to ask you, there has been some discussion in the public realm and social media about the use of the term intifada and whether or not that term is anti-Semitic in nature. Can you talk to that, speak to that?
Yeah, I don't see it as anti-Semitic. I see it as people who are oppressed, who are fighting their oppressor. I read somewhere that intifada actually means to shake off, and these people that, had an intifada, they've done it, I think, twice now. We can say this might be the third intifada. They are oppressed, and they are living in a system of racism and oppression, both in Gaza and also the West Bank. I mean, in Gaza, it's literally been described by Israelis as an open-air prison. Nothing would get in or out without Israel control. So I think the term, we need to look at this as like it's an uprising. It's just like a slave uprising. It's like people in the Holocaust camps had uprisings. It's the same exact thing. They're fighting a barbaric oppression. But I wanted to mention, I actually have seen anti-Semitism here in our community.
Okay, tell us more. Where have you seen that occur?
Recently, as last night, I attended the Humboldt County Human Rights Commission.
Okay.
I attended virtually, but you can go in person or online, and I attended on Zoom.
Okay.
And at one point, people who were in attendance on Zoom, four people started saying anti-Semitic slurs and homophobic slurs and racist slurs, and they sort of took over the meeting, and they even had, like, as their pictures on Zoom, like, really horrible pictures. Like, I don't even want to say the pictures, but like one had a rabbi and he was doing something really bad, and it took over the whole meeting. And it was nasty, foul language. It was true anti-Semitical language. And so that is real anti-Semitism. And I'm not saying that anti-Semitism does not exist. It exists. But when people here who are fighting for we're against genocide, and we're against the oppression of these people that's been going on for years and years. It's well documented by virtually every NGO, the United Nations, which is an institution of the United States, basically. We're fighting this. We don't want our taxpayer dollars to pay to slaughter women and children and babies. And we're being told that from the river to the sea, and intifada is an anti-Semitical term, when we have actual people coming to Human Rights Commission meetings here in Humboldt County saying horrific things about Jewish people. Not only Jewish people, but black people, about the LGBTQ community. I mean, it was actually, I mean, it's public record. Yeah. You can go and look at it. It took him about 5 minutes to get them all off the Zoom, and it was garbage to my ears. I mean, it was disgraceful. And
Can you clarify something for me?
Yeah.
When they were expressing whatever viewpoints those were, was any of it dissenting to the war or anti-Israeli government statements?
No, not at all. That's a great question. No, it was all just stuff that you would hear during 1940s, 1950s Germany, like just really disgusting things.
Okay.
I will not repeat them.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, nothing about the war, nothing about Gaza or Palestinians. Nothing about that. It wasn't an activist, a pro-Palestine peaceful activist. It was actual real anti-Semites. Real people that have real backwards views on people and that aren't for freedom and equality. And so the people out here today, they're for freedom and equality. All that we want is freedom and equality in the state of Israel, occupied Palestine. We want everyone to be free there. Jews, Palestinians, Christians, Muslims, atheists, they should all deserve their rights, their basic human rights, and that's not what's happening. It is a grossly violation of humanitarian law and human rights, not even before October 7th. This has been going on, well documented for decades.
Yeah.
I just wish people would understand that. You know, I get called an anti-Semite probably about 5 times a week.
Because you're
speaking up for the Palestinians. I'm against what the state of Israel is doing. Every single day, they're dropping bombs on babies' heads and lying about it and making up excuses. They're killing Americans. Those World Central Kitchen people, one of them was an American. There are Americans in Gaza that have dual citizenships. There are Americans in the West Bank that have dual citizenship that have been murdered by the Israel Defense Forces and settlers. It's wrong. It is wrong. I just wish it wasn't framed in this context of religion and being anti-Semitic. I think it's like an attempt to control people's speech on the issue. I know a lot of people are scared to talk about it. They feel the exact same way as me, but they're scared. They're scared of being labeled that ugly term because they're not. They are not that ugly term.
Yeah.
I heard that ugly term at the Human Rights Commission meeting last night. I heard it. I heard actual anti-Semites.
Yeah.
And they're cowards. They won't even go to the meeting in person and say those foul things. They're cowards that hide behind a screen on their computer. They're cowards. We're not cowards. We're brave, and we're not going to go up.
Thank
and we're
you.
going to fight anti-Semitism. We're going to fight bigotry. We're going to fight racism. We're going to fight white supremacy. We're going to fight all of this stuff because we're for freedom and equality for everyone, from the river to the sea, everywhere in every country. Thank you.
Thank you.